Warning, this podcast contains tangerines.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for the Doctor Who Christmas special, Last Christmas. I am your host, Cleo. With me, I have Erica, Pat Michelle,
Hi.
What up?
and Rachel.
Hello.
What's up? What's up, guys? It's been a while. It's been a while since Christmas. It's February.
Feels like Christmas.
It feels like
Stupid
Christmas.
snowstorms.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, it feels like Christmas. What'd you guys think about this episode?
I loved
Awesome.
it. I am so glad that Nick Frost was in it. Kind of not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was one of those classic Doctor Who specials where you don't know what's real
Yeah. Oh.
when it
most
fucks with
certainly.
your head so much.
Yeah.
I kind of miss those.
Yeah.
I like too that. Oh, go ahead, Erica.
I was just saying it was one of those where it was like you didn't know what was going to happen next, and you didn't, it had a real what's the Inception vibe to it, because like you don't know if it's actually been resolved yet, or if they're still going, or
Dream in a dream in a dream.
yeah.
Dream in a dream in a dream. Oh god, I've had those before. They're not very fun.
I don't like it either.
I like the fact that at the same point too, what fans have been saying for months didn't happen.
Yeah.
Throws a wrench in gears. I'm not going to spoil it till we get to that point, but
You can say it. It's fine.
well,
I plan on jumping around anyway.
that we are keeping Clara.
Yeah.
She decided to stay.
I really like her.
Was
so.
it the actress who decided to stay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think at some point she changed her mind, and he's like, "All right."
Yeah.
Because really, this could have went either way.
Yeah.
Their chemistry was good, but yeah, it's true. They could have also wrote her out easily.
the way I saw it, they said that there never really was an intention of her leaving. It was just they knew that her contract was over, and so everybody kind of got to speculating, since the normal Doctor Who thing is to switch a doctor or a companion every year. So people just kind of got to thinking, well, when she leaves, who else is going to pick up? And then it kind of ran from there.
Yeah.
And then so they kind of threw the switch of, oh, she's not actually leaving. Yeah.
I mean, it's also pretty clever, because I remember the first couple doctor changes where it's like they didn't announce it was super secret, and then it was like, whoa, I'm so surprised that this person's the doctor. But with Capaldi, they released his face while Matt Smith was still the doctor, and I was like, oh, now I'm not surprised. It's not as interesting. And with this, I'm actually oh, okay, they turned it around. They were like, oh yeah, she's leaving, sure. And then bam, nope.
Well, Capaldi is such a big star in England that they really couldn't have kept that secret.
Yeah.
It would have probably.
I guess
sooner or
that's
later.
true. That's true.
Yeah, he's in a lot.
Yes, and very different roles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I liked this episode as a Doctor Who episode. I didn't so much like it as a Christmas special.
Yeah, it was more classic Doctor Who than anything.
Yeah. No, definitely. But I also had just watched the Librarian's Christmas special, where Santa was real and it was all all this real magic and stuff. And then I watched Doctor Who and it's like, no, Santa's fake. This isn't magic. I'm like, oh no.
Now, Santa's real.
Well, it goes along at the same point of it being this doctor being completely scientific almost, where it's everything needs to be factually based and he needs to prove everything. So in turn, it's kind of like an irony where do you really believe a fat man in a suit is going to be able to travel all over the world? Yeah, I can pull it off in a day. Yeah.
Facts.
Just like you in a blue box. Yeah.
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 Oh, my favorite thing from this episode was the doctor says the only thing more ridiculous than then a dream is reality. Because he is, in fact, a man who flies around in a blue box, and that's the reality of the show. And it's almost more ridiculous than Santa, if you really think about it.
Yep. Exactly. Going through all different dimensions and time and space and work and time things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I really did like Nick Frost's Santa Claus.
Yes.
He's really funny.
Yeah, it's character.
Oh, totally.
The elves add to it too. It was pretty funny.
The elves were really funny.
He was a sassy Santa.
Yes, I like that.
It was funny at the very beginning when he was like, hello there, human. Santa, you can't call them humans. That's racist.
And then doesn't Clara call them elves? And he says, you can't do that. That's racist.
And then the elf turns out, that is racist. It's like, is that the name? I mean, we don't know your official species name.
Exactly. But it was nice to, the whole dream in a dream was just kind of weird. You're like, are they awake? Or are they really, it was freaky.
Yeah, that was like, that was a lot of back and forth. But like, oh, we're out of the dream. It's okay. Oh, no, wait. Hold on. We're still in a dream. Yeah. And then finally, we're out. No, we're not.
We're out. No,
we're not. What'd you guys think of the dream crabs? That's what they called them, right? The dream crabs?
They're face huggers.
Head crabs? Yeah, face huggers. Head crabs.
Face suckers.
I can't come into work today. I have the head crabs.
I loved that reference in the show. He's like, oh, like face huggers. What do you mean, face huggers? Aliens? The horror movie? You people made a horror movie named Alien? No wonder everybody invades you all the time.
Yeah, that was good. That was really funny.
That was pretty good. I forgot all about that joke.
That's exactly what they look like.
Yeah, they did actually a little bit.
They wrapped around your face, which is what face huggers do.
Oh god,
it's just the other one's popping out of her belly at some point, you know.
Oh god. Yeah, and I mean, there's also are they head crabs from what's that game? Half-Life?
Yeah.
Head crabs in Half-Life too. So it's not a completely foreign idea in terms of pop culture.
Right.
But the way they went about it, how
cool.
they make you in a dream to relax you enough to suck out your brain.
Yeah.
I know.
The brain's nice and happy. We can eat it now.
And as we're killing you, you'll have happy thoughts.
Well, so you don't move. It's perfect. It's like, oh, you're just going to stay in stasis for a while until we suck your brain dry.
I know, right?
It's really not the worst way to go.
It's kind of like Repo Man.
Oh, God.
Where they put you in a dream state and they just put you in a comatose thing and just let you go.
Yeah.
That one, the blonde, she just kept talking and talking and talking.
The young one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I wanted to smack her. I'm like, shut up.
I loved her whole dancing thing.
Mm-hmm.
She's just dancing through the room.
Oh my god!
Like, oh no, it's working. It's okay. It's working.
I thought I was like, what is she doing? She's gonna get herself killed. I was like, no.
Yeah, I really liked the crew.
Yeah, at the end she was like, I'll get your number, then we can go out for this. And then everyone starts disappearing.
That was so sad.
It's
I was like, shut up, you're not going to get anyone's number.
I remember.
She's at the union. What's your number? My number's boop.
Yeah.
See ya.
That was pretty sad because none of them really remembered when they woke up.
I know.
It was a dream. Or was it?
It was. Wow. It probably really felt like a dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Because none of it physically happened. Well, besides the crab on your face.
Sucking you dry.
Yeah.
But they all had reasons to stay in that stasis. There was always something like she was broken up with her boyfriend or something, and there was a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Clara was like her loss of Pink, and
yeah, the older woman was in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm. There was a reason to have those kinds of dreams to make them feel better. It was a reason because their lives weren't exactly what they wanted.
Yeah. So they were susceptible to the dream crab.
Yes.
But what I thought was cool is when Clara was dreaming of Pink, and then he came out and he's like, "No, Clara, you are dreaming."
I know.
Oh, yeah,
and I was like, "Oh my god, yes."
Yeah.
But she said flat out she knew. She's like, I know.
Yeah,
him.
Well, when Danny kind of was talking in the dream, like to the doctor, and telling her to get her out of here, and all. I mean, like, because in all the other dreams, they, people were only interacting.
So she wanted to cling on to that forever. I was like, no.
Yeah, and it
was just kind of cool that Danny knew it was like he was there. He knew what was going on.
Yeah,
knew it wasn't real.
Well, that's Clara's head version of Danny.
Yeah.
Which she knew he's so nice and so selfless that he would tell her to leave.
Or it could have been Danny. And
it could have been. You're right.
It could have been Danny, and because she was dying, it could have been him and the crossed over, and he could have been like, "Listen here, girlie."
Yeah, I just assumed that it was her mental image of Danny, which is so self-sacrificing.
I personally thought it was actually Danny.
It could be. We'll probably never really know.
You probably never really know.
That's true Doctor Who fashion.
Yes,
well, didn't the doctor say something like, "Oh, you remember him better than I did. He's a half-inch taller," or something like that?
Yeah. She imagined him taller. Oh, but then the doctor doesn't notice that sort of thing, right?
Right.
So then, did he actually notice it, or did he just make an offhand comment?
He probably just thought he noticed it.
Yeah.
Like saying it in general. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. You look taller.
Yeah.
Like just one of those things you say to somebody.
You think it's that. I think it's like a still a little bit of a complex. Because he still had like some kind of, not hatred, but a kind of little feeling against Danny. Because taking away his little Clara, almost like his little girl.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, an inch taller now, huh? Like
No, but I mean,
poor guy.
I think he got over that, or at least I hope he got over that, because that's fucked up if that's the case.
Well, he stopped calling him PE.
Yeah.
If at first he did, but then he stopped. I forget. He called him like hero or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but.
I do remember that.
But I think it's more like a busting chops moment, maybe. Then.
Yeah, I think they became more. I wouldn't say friends, but acquaintances.
I think if he lasted, they really would have been friends.
Yeah,
kind of like a Rory situation.
Work together, that sort of thing.
Well, they had a mutual respect.
I mean, he came through and see and everything. I mean,
yeah, because I mean, Danny sees in the Doctor the militaristic aspect of himself that the Doctor hates. The Doctor hates that about himself, but it's there, and Danny recognizes it.
Yeah,
he recognized it instantly, actually.
Oh yeah, he did. But yeah, it was quite an interesting show. It was like I had to rewind a couple parts, going, "Wait a minute."
I wish I got a chance to rewatch again before, but I will have to go back.
Come here.
Yeah, while it was longer than a typical episode, but it still was concise enough for it to.
It was an hour long.
Yeah.
Yeah, most episodes are like 47 minutes. And this one was actually 59 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh well.
There was a decent amount of action in this episode too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do like the fact that, the way that how he discovered if it was a dream with the manuals.
Oh yeah, if it's something different, then
very, very, very dead.
Yeah, that was scary. That is pretty ingenious because everyone's still in their respective heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just linked.
It's weird that how they got linked like that. Why they all had that kind of like that same dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. The head crabs are probably things that were linked, and just every person that the crabs latched onto were just then linked.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe it's like a family of head crabs or something.
Family of head crabs.
I don't know. They didn't really go into like that.
The family of face suckers.
Well, it could be a group mentality almost. Like if you're close proximity, because how far away were all these people? Were they all?
They were all different. They were all different. I don't think they were in London. I think they're all different places of England.
They weren't all in London. And the Doctor, was he even on Earth?
No, he
Yeah,
was
'cause I
at
think-
that volcano.
Yeah.
Yep. That's right.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the crabs knew where to go.
So why did they?
Based on
It's like
dead
think
stuff,
it's like
I don't know.
why would they choose the doctor of all people? This is really weird.
Did they explain why they chose the doctor?
I don't think they did. I don't remember them doing that.
Maybe they'll come up again in like another
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe.
Maybe he just got
return of-
found.
to, you know,
Maybe
Yeah.
he was hunting in the wrong spot at the wrong time.
Actually, he was in some kind of cave. So
that's true. It was one of their layers or something.
what about that double end there where he comes across Clara when she's like 90 years old?
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, that was weird. That was the part of the episode I didn't quite like as much as the rest of it.
I didn't.
What'd you guys think about it?
I found it so creepy seeing her like that. I was just like, no.
Oh, I got depressed. I was
Well, it was
effing way. You can't do this to me.
I mean,
It
I
was-
thought it was
oh.
nice because she got to live a life.
She did. I thought
Yeah,
that they were gonna write her off. I was like, oh, this is it. And then I'm like, wait, maybe not.
it was kind of one of those oh, we were right, she is coming out of the show, and they're just explaining her backstory, and the doctor's like, I don't understand you. I mean, like, you never changed in my eyes, so I don't think you're older, you know?
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's how they could have. I mean, if she was leaving, that's how they could have left it.
Exactly. It was like an outlet for the.
Yeah, if they were,
Yeah.
if she was going to leave, that was probably the way they would have left it.
And I was like, this is making me sad.
And
I'm
then-
actually. It sounds really bad. I'm actually ready for a new companion.
No, I mean, after a while, sometimes, like,
You know,
that's how I felt with Amy. I was like, eh.
And you just
I
sometimes
think-
I'm just like, it's
really,
time
we
for a new
will be
one.
getting a new companion though, because
so.
this previous character was more, Danny Pink oriented, and do I spend time with the doctor or do I spend time with Danny? Do I spend time with my life? And it was kind of echoing back to that whole Amy and Rory thing of do I have a life or do I have the doctor?
Exactly.
Whereas now that's completely gone, and
Uh-huh.
she's just decided, really the best parts of my life are with the doctor, so I'm
Yeah.
going to be with him.
Exactly.
And so now
I
it's going to
want-
be a new
it's-
character.
It seems weird, but I want someone older, a little older companion.
Yeah, I agree. I would like that. We have an older doctor.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that'd be kind of fitting. I was just gonna say that'd be very fitting.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm just
I would
ready.
want
I
that.
think I'm ready. I'm ready. I mean, it's not that I don't like Clara. I just think I'm ready for a new companion.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, there are times where you feel like, oh, this is a natural ending. And
Yeah,
while
it is
this
natural.
this could have
And-
been a natural ending, I think it's okay that they keep going with Clara.
Yeah, I
Because-
mean, I don't know where they're going to go with her character.
I
There
know.
is- there is
Yeah, but
somebody-
Erica's right. We're gonna have a different Clara. It's not gonna be the same person. She's not gonna be the same person.
Yeah, she might. Yeah, you're right.
unless there's a possibility of bringing back Danny again.
Oh,
there,
I don't know.
I really don't think so.
That's
there is,
honestly, that's what I thought this episode was going to be about, because the season finale episode of season 8, when Santa showed up at the end, he's like, "The doctor, what do you want for Christmas?" I'm like, "Danny Pink,
yes. I mean, yeah.
That's what I thought. And it was like,
Danny Pink. That's what I want for Christmas.
That's what
That's what I want for Christmas."
Tyra would want, but
there is in Doctor Who, there is a legitimately older woman who could be with the doctor and it would fit completely perfectly. It's Alex Kingston.
Oh yes,
I don't think she's coming back though.
I would want that.
Well,
much
I mean,
badly,
she is
please.
like upper 50s, like close to 60.
Mhm.
So,
She
and
but
doesn't
I don't
look
think
it.
she's coming back. I don't think
the
she'll-
main reason why she left is because they couldn't, like, her. I don't know how to phrase it, but she was getting too old to keep playing that same time locked character.
I don't. I mean, people say that, and people say that a lot about child actors, which, yes, that's a problem. But I think you can finagle it. They don't have
Well,
to
that's
look
what
exactly
I'm saying.
the
She
same.
could just come forward now
yeah.
and not be that same time loop where it's
But
now
she already
it's her
died.
Yes, but
died when she first entered the episode, first entered the series. So.
we've also had this discussion before, how River has said she's seen multiple faces of the Doctor, not just Matt Smith and David Tennant.
yeah.
So there are future Doctors that River hangs out with.
And there are things that she has already said she's done with the Doctor.
Yeah. Just because we've seen her death does not mean we are done seeing her life.
Sure, that could have been
wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could have been in a completely different dimension where we saw her day.
I mean, it could happen.
Yeah.
And I would like them to explore dimensions because they some of my favorite episodes are the Doctor's wife and that pocket dimension, and it doesn't happen often because of time laws or whatever. But I think exploring dimensions could be a good direction for them to go.
That's just it, and the show is the perfect show to do that sort of thing, and not be like questioning fans questioning everything.
The other person I would think of wanting to see is the Doctor's daughter.
Oh yeah, she's out there somewhere.
We've only had her kind of show up in the one episode.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I think.
No, only one.
Huh?
One with Jenny, and then she flew off and like a bat out of hell.
She's like, I'm gonna go on an adventure.
Later.
It seems like if they ever wanted to do another spin-off series like they did with Torchwood and with Sarah Jane Chronicles, that would be a good place for it to go.
Man, I miss the Sarah Jane Chronicles. That was so good. I'm gonna go watch that again.
I'd like to see Donna come back too. She's really
I would like that, but that's impossible.
yeah. But
They pretty much run her out. She's
What was
done.
it? The doctor-in-law, I guess you could call him.
The Doctor.
Tennant's father-in-law.
Oh yeah.
He said that he doesn't see a female doctor, but he would like to see a spin-off with Jenny.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be great.
that would be.
And everyone has been like, having the Doctor turn to a female is kind of weird because he likes being a male.
Yeah.
It's not impossible, obviously, because look what the Master did. But
Right.
there are other female Time Lords out there that can be a spin-off, just like maybe the Sarah Jane Chronicles or something, or maybe
And
during
Gallifrey
maybe
still exists out there somewhere.
somewhere. And maybe it can be kind of like the mid-season, kind of in between when Doctor Who is off. It can fit into that little time, so you have a little.
Yeah.
They have quite some time to fit it in there, like a season's worth.
Totally.
Oh, definitely.
That would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
They could do so much spin-offs with Doctor Who. It's not even so much.
Yeah.
And I want to see more of Missy because Missy is awesome.
Yes.
Well,
Like the Master was awesome.
Yes.
They've come back. They've already come out and said that the Master will be coming back as
Of
Missy.
course.
In the
I mean,
new
anyone
series.
anyone who thought Missy died, you can't.
No
No.
way.
Well, they directly said that the Master cannot be killed.
I like that.
That is 100% canon now. The Master cannot be killed. He will always
like
find
it.
a way to come back.
There will
I
be
like
kill him eventually. How?
Perfect.
Eventually.
There's someone wrote a whole thing about Batman and the Joker and how they are opposites and neither can kill the other and it's impossible. It's not that they can't do it; it's that they won't do it.
One can't survive without the other.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's a yin yang
that's
thing.
the same with the Doctor and the
survive
Master.
without the bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Order and chaos,
Love it.
That's exactly Doctor. That's exactly the Doctor and the Master.
Yeah.
Order and
it's pretty
chaos, literally.
The same alignments. Yeah, it's great. I can't wait for more of that. So I must have missed the last shot of this episode because on the wiki it says there's a tangerine on the windowsill.
Yes.
I don't remember seeing
Well,
that. So I guess Santa might be real. Maybe.
Well, it's where they show the TARDIS and then it blurs out to show the TARDIS going away, and it blurs into focus on that tangerine.
Tangerine.
Yeah.
Okay.
It had been sitting there for the whole time, but it wasn't in focus, and you couldn't see the colors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I didn't realize that. So after seeing the episode, I was very disappointed. I was like, oh, the Santa's not real, blah, 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 blah. But then you guys were talking about the tangerine earlier in pre-show, and I just read right now, I was like, oh, so I guess maybe that's a hint that Santa's actually
going to
real.
be real.
Possibly real. Yes.
Maybe he'll come back next Christmas special.
As long as you believe, he's kind
I
of.
do believe in fairies. I mean Santa.
I believe in both.
Every
Well, I
time
mean,
bell
if
rings,
you think about all the Christmas specials, as long as you believe, there always will be Santa. And when kids stop believing, then Santa's like kind of fades away.
Well, yeah, it's like Elsie's joy.
I had to fight with that this year
Aw.
because she has older friends and they kept telling me, I'm like, nope. As long as you believe Santa's real.
Yeah,
That's adorable. That's a good thing to say.
I love it. Keep her
Magic!
I was like, there's no reason to stop believing. Do you believe in Santa, Mom? Yep.
Totally.
I would totally say that too.
Not even lying.
Mm-mm.
It just creates something better for Christmas. It just makes Christmas that much more exciting.
enjoyable,
It does.
worthwhile.
I'm going to take a trip to the North Pole one day.
Nice.
There is a
One
place in Alaska called North Pole, Alaska, and they do their whole town up like Santa's village.
That's fantastic. Plus, I've always wanted to go to Alaska.
It's like really close to the North Pole, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's called North Pole, Alaska. You should look it up. You can actually, like, for Christmas, if you want to get, like, your niece, nephew, or your kid, you can have a letter sent to your kid and a stamp it says North Pole, Alaska on it.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I know
It costs a little money, but you could do it. It's really cool.
I might do that next year for my little nieces.
I know.
So, yeah.
For my
You're going to kill yourself.
Oh, kitty.
He's trying to get on things, and things are falling all over the place.
So, you guys got anything else to say about this episode? About next season?
August. I mean, what the heck? Come on, comes back.
Oh, it's
I
coming
know,
out.
right?
It's coming back in August?
I think.
Yeah, that's usually when they come around.
Yeah.
Except
I wish for one other thing to come back next season.
What?
Hold on.
Oh.
Bye, Pat. Nice seeing you.
He's got to come back.
Oh, K9. Yes, I want K9 to come back.
But isn't K9 with Sarah Jane's son?
Oh, it would be nice to see Sarah Jane's son again, too.
Yeah, they can't. I mean, they can't do Sarah Jane, obviously.
No,
but-
unfortunately, they cannot. But to see her son,
Yeah.
would be
He'd be
nice.
old. I mean, what was the last time we saw him? He was like, what, 13?
About
I think so.
He was, yeah, he was in that 13 to 15-year-old range.
approaching high school.
Yeah, and that was, what, during...
2010?
Yeah, that was Matt's.
Yes.
That was last time we saw her.
No, I think the last time we saw her in Doctor Who was Tennant.
That was
Tenet.
Tenet because that was when he
Was it
turned
Tenet?
like
I think it was
9,000 years old and whatever and turned to a little tiny thing.
tiny thing. What's
Tiny
more specific?
No, he turned into like the tiny little alien.
Yeah,
like,
it was when the master
yeah.
was all...
Oh, yeah. Because that was the
I can't
episode where, like,
remember if
everybody...
I can't remember if he came and
I
visited
know
her
there's
as
so
Matt
much.
Smith. I want to say that he did. That he visited her as
Yeah.
Matt Smith. I can't remember. And was like just not like a lot. Wasn't
The
like
last-
Maybe it was a brief.
it was a brief thing, I think.
Yeah.
It could have been a tribute to her, too.
But
She died.
either or, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So the kid is probably in his 20s.
Older, yeah. Yeah, no, that'd be nice to see an older. Maybe he's still fighting crime or whatever. So yeah, let's make our rounds. Erica, where can the people find you?
On Twitter at EricaRain7.
Pat Michelle.
at Michelle on Twitter or Time and
Usual.
Space.
Yeah.
I missed when you guys did dramatic.
No. Now that we got back to Twitter.
Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17.
And you can find me at Cleomoto all over the internet. You can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, MySpace, and right here on YouTube, where you can watch other podcast for more of your favorite TV shows. Until August, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later, peeps.
Bye.
Merry Christmas in February.
Yay. Well, we do have the snow. We do have the snow.
That's true, we got snow.